of us. And here is the young, healthy, poor guy, and here is the virus. And you just ask yourself, will this virus hit this person at the time when his immune cells are down? Well, fortunately, this person took Immunocal in time, so his immune cells stayed up. And that is, the lesson from that is that we should be prepared. Even the young, healthy person should be prepared for the worst, because he doesn't know in advance when he will need it. That's the lesson. Even if you think you don't need it, be assured, even that young, healthy subjects need it. Now, the second point I want to address, as I said, there are many different health benefits. I cannot address all of it, but there is a relatively new aspect, an exciting aspect, which I want to share with you, which has nothing to do with glutathione. It has something to do with protein synthesis. That's the second major benefit from Immunocal. You all know that we lose muscle mass and muscle function with age. It starts already at age 30, and our muscle function declines. And eventually, at the age of 70, 75, 80, 85, it becomes so severe that we are not able to visit our friends anymore. This process, which is called sarcopenia, severely compromises our quality of life, and it causes substantial psychological stress, and by the way, it also causes financial burden. Now, if you look at the details, the loss of muscle mass means, in essence, a loss of protein, because the most important constituents of our muscles are the proteins. And 50% of our body protein is actually located in the muscle. So this loss of muscle mass means a tremendous loss of protein for our body. So what could we do about it? Of course, we need to take in more protein to compensate this. Of course, if you go to the plastic surgeon and ask him to inject 5 packs of Immunocal into your biceps to increase your protein content of your muscle, you all know that that doesn't work. You have to eat the protein, you have to digest it, then break down the protein into all the little amino acids, the brick stones of protein synthesis, from which eventually you build up your own proteins. Now what you do is you eat your protein. Eventually you try to eat a lot of protein in order to build up a lot of muscle mass. But the problem is you're sitting at your desk in the office most of the time, or you are sitting in the chair and watching television, and your muscle is lazy and doesn't incorporate all the amino acids which are carried in your blood. And the only way to stimulate your muscle actually to become active and to increase the synthesis of new protein is to move your muscles, to do some exercise, to do some workout, at least a certain minimum. A brisk walk with your dog will already do a lot, or a bike ride with your son, or ideally an hour of work in the fitness club. But you need to inspire your muscle to do protein synthesis. And now comes something very, very important, and please listen. This activity of your muscle for increased protein synthesis lasts only for a short period of time, only a couple of hours. And that is when you want to have your amino acids in your blood, your brickstones of protein synthesis. Now, if you take any protein, let's say casein, and eat it, it lays in the stomach and releases the amino acids very slowly over a period of 7 hours or more. It's a slow release formula. Immunocal, due to its structural and functional properties, is unique in that within 2 hours after consumption of Immunocal, you get this high peak of amino acids in your blood, within 2 hours after consumption. And now you can nicely arrange that that peak coincides with the protein synthesis after you exercise. That means you should take Immunocal immediately before or after the exercise. Not early in the morning, not late in the evening. You should take it in conjunction with the exercise. Now the interesting point, of course, is you should take 1 pouch of Immunocal early in the morning to feed your immune system, because the immune system needs it after the overnight starvation. But in addition, somewhere during the day, you should do at least some bit of workout and have your Immunocal, another amount of Immunocal after the exercise. The amount should be about 10 to 30 grams, depending on your body weight and the intensity of your exercise. Now, there is one thing very amazing you will realize immediately. The young person is very much focused on his fitness, and he will do his exercise, but he usually doesn't care for his immune system. And the people of the more advanced age are just the opposite. They care for the immune system, but they somehow ignore the needs of their muscle. The fact is that we all, young and old, have essentially the same needs. We should take 1 pack of Immunocal in the morning to feed our immune system, and then have our exercise somehow during the day, and have another amount of Immunocal after the exercise. With slight differences in detail, this applies to young and the old. Now let me make some last little statement about this wonderful protein, which was pioneered more than 20 years ago by our legendary Gustavo Bonus. He not only generated Immunocal, but he was also the first to show the health benefits, notably the benefits for the immune system. And I know that quite a few amongst you experienced already the rewarding feeling that they gave Immunocal to some friends or colleagues or other people in a severe health condition, and saw how the health improved and the strength and energy increased. Now, these are very rewarding moments, and they are rewarded by a feeling of gratitude. I wish all of you, sooner or later, that you get the feeling that you are doing something good. Not only something good for your bank account, but you are doing something good for the people, for your friends, for the colleagues, for the neighbors of your friends. If you succeed to do that, you can be really proud of yourself. Thank you very much.